Hello, friends. Welcome to this channel, Center of Excellence Pharma 4. In today's episode, I am going to discuss about DigiPharma Leap. It's focused on digital skills building for future in pharma. This is very important thing because our focus is people, processes, and technology. People play a very important role. They are going to drive the entire transformation process. So let's get it into the details. I want to give you a brief idea about our interest, our passion. Center of Excellence Pharma 4 is focused mainly on various emerging technologies like cloud, artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, IoT, blockchain, chatbot, and how these emerging technologies play a very important role in adoption of these technologies and which is really going to help to solve the business problems and help pharma companies to achieve operational and business excellence. With this objective, we have launched our website where you will get a lot of inputs. We also have a Udemy platform on a course Smart Manufacturing in Pharma, which has been having 20 modules, and you can pick and choose the module and then go on extending it to cover the entire digital supply chain management. Our YouTube channel, Center of Excellence, starts from business strategy, about technologies, about domain challenges, going up to the audits and validation. Podcast channel which you are listening, it's today this is 91st podcast. You can also have a look at it our earlier 90 platforms podcasts, and I'm sure you will gain a good knowledge how to solve this problems into industry. Our book series has got 8 books which are available on Amazon, both formats, Kindle as well as paperback. So let's start with the topic. So my agenda basically it's about the introduction. Then which are the key digital skills which are going to drive the pharma's future? How the strategies can be drawn for building up these skills and how we will overcome the challenges and drive the excellence. So as I mentioned, there is an importance of building up those digital skills in the pharma industry. These are going to be essential things for the future success. Because as you know, we were working with analog systems, silo-based systems, and now we are moving into the different technologies. We are looking at for a seamless data sharing throughout the organization with all the stakeholders. And this is very important when we are looking at it to going to shift to achieve the pharma 4. What is expected is emerging technologies are going to get integrated. The various technologies has got their own strengths and their own challenges also. What is really expected when we are moving to these platforms from cloud, AI, IoT and all that? That automation is going to be there, which is going to increase the efficiency of all the resources, whether it's a manpower, machines, market, everything done to that. And this is going to get supported by artificial intelligence, which is going to drive the innovation. Innovative solutions are going to change and improve the optimization of all these resources. And this always we mention about the data driven decision making, because now real time data will be available and which will get connected to help you to achieve operational excellence. Whether again it's in the machines, whether it's utilizations of the material, utilizations of your machines and all. So this is what is expected when we are looking at it for achieving pharma for. The areas, key areas are basically like R&D capabilities, that is the drug development, your manufacturing processes and supply chain management. And finally, focus should be on a patient-centric solution, which is going to be a very important thing because patients confidence, patient safety is going to drive the entire business. The key areas are artificial intelligence and machine learning. These, as I mentioned earlier in the last slide, these are very crucial into the drug development. The number of experiments which you are planning, the number of ingredients which you are going to work, the composition of those ingredients, the formulations around, artificial intelligence and machine learning can play a very important role to decide and draw those experiments which will really help you to expedite the processes of drug development. Importance of manufacturing systems, if as you are all aware, the product quality plays an important role. The timeliness about the entire processing is very important. You should to really keep it in mind. It's order to delivery time. If we can reduce it, that will improve the utilizations of the machines and that will help to build a complete digital supply chain management, which will give you the traceability of your product and batch and can help you to plan in a better way. Predictive analytics will help in demand planning, plant maintenance, and all. That will give you a better real time actual data to improve the operation. And this all is having a very sensitive data, whether it's related to patient, whether it's related to process parameters, whether it's related to quality, whether it's related to formulations and all. So cybersecurity plays a very important role over here. Big data analytics is another area because as we are linking up all those manufacturing processes and we are going to connect with IoTs, which also go on creating, building up a huge data. There's going to be a big volume of data. It's very crucial to handle such a large volume of data, both from the medical, clinical data, and from the digital supply chain and all that. So that analytics, but this analytics helps you a lot in taking a better real time correct decisions around. So this is very important. As I discussed earlier, is the cybersecurity plays a very important role. It's very essential to protect the patient's data, parameters, and all. Your regulatory requirements, GDPR and IPA, those are requiring huge amount of data, compilation, creation, analysis, and has to be very accurate. So it is critical to interconnect all these various systems, compile all the data, use cloud technology to store it and all that. And that is where you go on building it up, digital competencies and all that. So we have to really keep the decision making at the same time the regulatory documentation, both in the IoT and automation is also a good technology which also plays a very important role. Skills have to really understand all these technologies because now we are looking at it for a real time monitoring about continuous operations, observations about all processes actually, all manufacturing processes, process parameters, quality parameters, and everything. And that in a real time can help you to identify if there are any possibilities of disruptions and all. So predictive maintenance can really help you because you are going to monitor the temperature, pressures, vibrations, all the data, and that can lead you to identify if there is likely to be any failures, or if that can be corrected, that will also help you to improve the product quality. Then we are moving to smart manufacturing, where we want to improve, enhance the production efficiencies and integrate advanced technology for any better outcomes and all that. And digital competencies can really go on building it up to support to the regulatory compliances. So these are all becoming very important things. Now, blockchain and cloud computing is also another thing. The blockchain really helps you to maintain the supply chain traceability. That is, the which product, which batch is going to the customer or a patient, and how it is moving into the logistic, into the distribution, how that data about the temperature pressure while moving into the cold chain and all that is also very important thing. And this data also gets stored onto the cloud. So blockchain and cloud, they work in integrations and all. And this builds up a collaborative platform. And monitoring all the data may lead to new innovations, new improvements, whether it's a quality, whether it's a cost or something like that. That is what it is the thing which we'll have to keep on thinking about it. So growing demand of such digital competencies really helps, and this requires to be trained to the skills and upscaling of other things. So this is all. These are the also technologies play. Now, the next thing is which I wanted to discuss about the industry gaps which are there. Now, they have to really build uh, the new leadership and all that. So, leaders who were really wanted to excel into the technology adoption, no, they have to overcome those understanding, they have to really grasp those capabilities, accept them, adopt them, and all that. And this is a continuous process and all that. And this really, as fast as you can, you will going to see the results and all that sort of a thing. Those where the progresses are slow, those industries will lag behind it actually. Now, digital first mindset is very important. No? We have to really build the passion that yes, now we have to work on to the digital first. So, like we any time talk about the patient first or customer first or something like that. So like that, no, in your mindset when you are looking from moving from analog systems to digital system, you have to also think about it as a digital first and all that sort of a thing. And this is where a continuous practical training is going to be helpful, and you have to move from old culture to the new culture and new capabilities and all. This is what is going to be the necessary thing for each and every pharma organization. Once you start thinking and adopting to the digital first, it has to come from the top to bottom actually, some senior management, the decision makers, the founders, the owners, they have to think that yes, we have to now adopt to this technology. And then that is where we say top down approach is really required from leadership to the management and top management and operating people, and then goes to the, so this is where we have to really build those platforms and open discussions are to happen and actually. Immersive lead experiences that where you see good achievements or good progress, that will give the confidence, that will build mindsets to shift to the practical training. And once you achieve some good goals and progress or success at one particular thing, you can go on extending it to other departments. This is where the organizations have to really invest, build the confidence, build the culture and all. And then it can be on online courses, it can be a workshop, or it can be on job one mentoring into AI or data analytics, how AI and data analytics can help you in taking up better decisions and all that other thing. You may also involve and collaborate with the academic and industry partners, the technology partners who may be having expertise onto cloud, AI, IoT, or something like that. So that is how these impressive learning experiences will really helpful and all that. Addressing the skills gap, no, this as we are focusing this particular episode onto discussing about this upgrading the skills and all that, I wanted to discuss more onto this. So we require to have a structured approach, combines the mind shift with a practical training, which is essential for staying competitive into the both into the market, into the quality, into the profitability, and all that sort of the thing. So transferring culture capabilities is going to be an essential thing. This requires to address the skills gaps also, as we discussed earlier also. And we also have to utilize sometimes the external IT talent, because finally this information technology is going to draw this entire process when we are moving from old analog systems to the new emerging technologies and digital transformation, which we are going to help to achieve the pharma for. And this requires a long-term approach as we go on moving into the phases and all that. So we have to leverage the phase-wise pharma tools and all that. Like these are the specific to be designed to a particular industry, particular technologies and all that. And here we have to really keep in mind about the practical training also, and where to build a culture and where to remain competitive into the market. I International Society of Pharmaceutical Engineering, they have already defined the operating models for the digitization era, which you can really keep both at the concepts and guidelines and then go on working according to that. Now we want to really discuss all this, and our focus is mainly on the mid-sized companies. Mid-sized companies have their own challenges because they may not have those expertise, experienced people, or they may not be able to employ them, retain them, and also staying always competitive is always a challenge more into the mid-sized companies, and transforming this culture and capabilities is necessary. But mid-sized companies can align with a global trend, so they can always look at it, how those challenges have been faced into the bigger companies, how they achieved it. So they get a experience which has been already done, and then they can look at it and adopt to it. At the same time, they can also look at it the local startups, local teams, and all that. So which will reduce their cost of migration, cost of transformation, cost of implementation, and all that. And this has become more essential after this COVID, because COVID has brought a lot of challenges into the operations and all. At the same time, the complexities have also increased. So both we have to really work together and see how the technology can help to achieve that. So some of the common hurdles are there, that regulatory compliances are always a challenge. Those expectations are also increasing. Documentation is increasing and all. Then integration of the legacy system. The legacy system were silos based. No, they were independent systems like materials, quality, operations, maintenance, distributions, and all. Now here we are really looking for integration. So we have to need a skills talent, who know both the sides together and who will be able to bridge up that gap about the data sharing, data integrity, and all that. So we have to lay down the strategies how we will overcome those hurdles and achieve the excellence what we wanted. So some of the companies, successful examples, you may look at it on Google and network also. AI has been really helpful to optimize the clinical trial. IoT is really helping in improving the digital supply chain. And finally, when we are looking at it onto connecting with the patients and all, operations like a chatbot and all, they help you and they also achieve not only in the reduction cost, but now give them a better satisfactions to the patients and customers and all. So our focus areas for transformation should be there looking at it, the enhancing the efficiency. That is, advanced technology should streamline the process and reduce the operational cost and improve the productivity of our skills and all that. This huge amount of data, when it is get analyzed, can help you to build innovations also. Now, when you start looking at it, the data, analyze it, and find the gaps, then you can think about it, how it can be reduced, how it can be improved, the utilization, operations, and all that. And those new methodologies can drive those excellence and all. So, achieving operational and business excellence should be our focus area. That should be our objective, and that should lead to patients and customer satisfactions and all. So, with this brief idea, I think I shared with you. More details will be available at our various other social media platforms, and we have developed a data-driven decision-making system, which is also available to share those thoughts onto various platforms. Do share those with your network. Do share those comments also with you. Please subscribe, share your likes also. Thank you. Bye.